Yo, what is happening? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to another video. So today, guys, I'm kind of glad to be bringing you my kind of first impressions video about Stalker 2. I'm only about 5 hours into it, and I've brought this video out a lot sooner than intended just because I seem to think that this game's getting a lot of unfair criticism. But I personally think that it's a great game. The big problem with Stalker 2 is that, for me anyway, that maybe it's not the most, but it's one of the most anticipated games of all time in my opinion. But I see a lot of bigger YouTubers, review websites, you know, so-called game journalists who, let's be real guys, you know, they sell themselves out to the highest bidder, but basically they seem to be giving this game such a hard time while they praise, you know, awful releases like from the big three developers, maybe EA, Activision, Ubisoft to some extent. And that kind of shows you that you can't trust, you know, these people who shill out to whoever gives them the most money. Like, you've got some review websites out there giving this game a lower score than what they gave the last version of Call of Duty, even the last version of Battlefield. Again, I'm only using those as reference, guys, because that's kind of the genre I usually upload video games on this channel. Yes, Stalker 2, you know, has got its problems, but nonetheless, you know, when you look at Stalker 2 compared to other AAA games we've had come out in the last 3 or 4 years, you know, it's a fantastic game, even with its problems. So again, guys, do not let the biased people who are on the internet, influencers, whatever you want to call them, turn you off from playing a great game. Now, Stalker 2, I kind of want to tell you a few good things about it, because, again, I'm new to this franchise. I can remember back, I don't know, probably 15 years ago when this game, well, when Stalker first came out, and then there's been various mods, you know, since then. I can remember when this game came out, and it kind of had a very, very niche kind of, like, player base. And over time, you know, with the mod support, it's become, you know, kind of like an iconic video game series. But, you know, Stalker 2 is a huge game. Okay, so let's just kind of put this in a bit of context. Now, reportedly, right, people are saying that it takes around 35 hours just to complete the main story, and then it's got hundreds of hours of side quests, you know, and other things in the game to explore. This game has no loading screen, which is incredibly impressive, guys, given that the entire map spans over 64 square kilometers. And this is even a dramatic increase. I think it's around 10 times, something like that, than the original trilogy combined. So basically the games before this one. And it's a fully open world as well, which makes it even more impressive, guys. I know it's not all good, so I'm going to try to be honest in this video. You know, let's be real. Stalker has never released a game which works perfectly. There's people, you know, making jokes about it. Oh, guys, you know, you've got to wait 2 years before, you know, the game's in a playable state. But yeah, let's be honest, you know, most games, guys, never release in a playable condition. But let's be real. Over the last couple of years, most of the AAA games are crap. You know, the regurgitated crap year after year. All the big franchises do it. Call of Duty does it. You know, sports games do it. They don't really change, guys. They just call it something different and expect, you know, a AAA price tag, you know, for you to pay year after year after year. So, again, it's not all bad, guys. Don't listen to these morons on the internet telling you that this game is garbage. The only people who are saying this game is garbage are basically people who are biased or people who got themselves too hyped for Stalker 2. And again, Stalker 2, I'm going to be honest with you, it is, at this moment in time, a bit of a downgrade. So, a lot of people are talking about performance issues. I get that. You know, if you've got a 6 to 8 year old graphics cards and you're moaning about performance issues, you kind of need to kind of reconsider, you know, do you want to be in PC gaming? I'm sorry, that's not my thought. It's just the whole PC world. I've got a 3080 Ti, and it runs fine in 1440p, 2K, whatever you want to refer to it as. I don't really know how it runs on the Xbox Series X. I've not actually got around to testing it on my Xbox Series X yet, so if anybody wants to kind of, you know, type something in the comment section just to let people, you know, watching this video who wants to play on console, by all means, leave a comment. Just let me know your experiences regarding Stalker. So the biggest problem for this game, and this is kind of what most Stalker fans are upset about, and it's kind of the lack of A-Life. Now, if people don't know what A-Life is, I'm trying to think of how to kind of explain this in the most easy to understand way. But A-Life is kind of like the brain behind everything that happens within all the AI within this game. It kind of controls how things happen and kind of how your actions react around other players' actions within all the different factions. Apparently, there is a limit to this, how it works in the game, but like sometimes they label it as offline, online. But the main thing is the A-Life is the whole game, the world within the game, how all your actions and AI interact with other AI. It's kind of like actions, if it was to be carried out by the player, it kind of causes ripples throughout all the AI in the game. It's kind of weird, guys, because what made Stalker special was this system. The original A-Life system, everybody was happy with it. Then they was going, well, we're going to make A-Life even better. We're going to call it A-Life 2. And people are like, you know, who are further in the game than me. Like, there's clips on the internet, like, there's people like, you know, playing the game how it's meant to be played. Like, so you'll climb a ladder, go up high, you'll look around, you know, with one of your scoped weapons, and you'll see nobody around. So you'll be like, cool, I can go down here, I can explore, I can loot, you know, do the Stalker kind of, you know, vibe, what Stalker's meant to be. You'll climb down the ladder, get to the bottom, and then, oh, look, all the enemies spawn in. Now, that is a big no-no in Stalker. It kind of ruins the immersion, and that's a huge problem. Like, enemies spawning in front of you, enemies seen through walls. There's a lot of things behind the scenes what aren't working correctly. We know this game got delayed a couple of times, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But the game is still a great game. If you judge this game based on how it is now compared to any AAA, well, not any, but 90% of the AAA games we've had released in the last 5 years, this will be in the top 5. But the problem is, Stalker was such a great game to begin with. People had massively high expectations for Stalker 2, especially when the development team were were kind of getting everybody hyped for A-Life 2.0 or whatever they call it. But in this game, there's pretty much no A-Life. Like, there's people who know a lot more about this game franchise than me who are saying that this is crazy that, you know, there's literally no A-Life in the game, which makes this game special. Like, don't get me wrong, this is still a good game. Stalker 2 is still a great game in its current state, but for Stalker 2 to be at the next level, which I class as a special video game, and there's not many of those around, A-Life 2.0 needs to be in the game, and it's not. A lot of people are saying it's not in the game. I believe a lot of these players who have got nothing to lose just coming out and straight up that it's not in the game than, you know, a lot of the shills on the internet. Like, there's shills both ways. There's always people who's going to say, you know, the best video game of all time, you know, every single video game they play. Then there's the other side of that, you know, who say every video game's shit, which I've been labelled about a few times. But guys, you know, don't let people put you off this great video game. And again, if you've got Xbox Game Pass, it's free anyway. I've not even paid for this game, guys, because obviously I've already got Xbox Game Pass, well, PC Game Pass. Don't let people put you off this game, because it's still a great game as it is now, and it's only going to get better, guys. I've not even mentioned in this video, and I kind of want to keep this video as short as possible because it doesn't need to be a long video. I've not even mentioned the whole mod support that this game's going to get, which will take it to an even higher level, guys. But yeah, please don't listen to all the hate, the negativity around Stalker 2. Yes, it's got its problems, but but the good things in this game definitely outweigh the negatives, even with the game as it is right now. I understand some of the Stalker, you know, community who absolutely love this game, they know everything about it, are going to be more disappointed than anybody because they were thinking, wow, we're going to get Stalker, but we're going to get, like, you know, A-Life 2.0, which is the big thing in the game. We're going to get a bigger map. We're going to get more to do. They're the people who are most upset, I think. But, again, they've just got themselves too hyped up. Which, to be fair, you know, the developers did themselves no favours, you know, talking about A-Life 2.0. But, again, let me know what you think about Stalker 2 in the comment section, guys. Again, I'm new to this franchise. I'm going to play this game for a long, long time. I'm absolutely loving it at the moment, but again, even my casual self, some of the AI interactions in the game just seem a bit weird. Again, the gameplay I've put on is just garbage because I don't want to ruin the game for anybody because, again, you know, it's a story-driven narrative, at least for the main story anyway. So, all right, love you all. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And, yeah, thank you for watching. If, I don't know, you could all smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated to get this video out to more people. All right, love you all. Have a great weekend. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now, my friends.